Hey, what's up, guys? Mike from the Oak Cliff Kickboxing Academy. I'm going to break down the action from UFC on Fox, Henderson versus Melendez. The first two prelims were on Facebook. Yoel Romero versus Clifford Starks. That fight ended quick in less than a minute. Starks was going for the takedown. Romero threw a jumping knee that landed flush and finished it up with a couple of punches on the ground, and that was it. He won knockout of the night for this. Next fight, Anthony Njokuani against Roger Bowling. Whenever you fight Njokuani, you know you got to take him down. So he was a little hesitant, but once he got going, he got his timing down, started landing his punches and the kicks. And in the second round, Bowling was coming in, so Njokuani caught him with the punch that put him down, turned the lights off. FX prelims were extended to 3 hours this time. First fight was TJ Dillashaw, and he stopped Hugo Viana in the first round. Uh, Dillashaw from Team Alpha Male, those guys have been looking great since they've added Dwayne Ludwig as their main coach. Jorge Masvidal versus Tim Means. This is the only fight that I didn't get to watch, but Masvidal picks up the decision, and that was my prediction. Joseph Benavidez, also from Team Alpha Male, stops Darren Uyenoyama in the second round. Uyenoyama overmatched in this fight. He's a jiu-jitsu fighter, but wasn't able to get to fight to the ground. He did have a couple of moments though, but he had an open guard, so Benavidez would just get up, and he was looking for the knockout the whole fight, throwing lots of head kicks, and it was a body punch that dropped Darren, and follow-up punches got the referee to stop it. Myles Jury versus Ramsey Nijem. Grapple fest in the first round. Good stuff if you appreciate grappling and not just the knockouts. In the second, though, Ramsey, he has a tendency to get wild on his punches, and Myles Jury made him pay. He caught him coming in, and it was lights out, one hitter. Great job by Myles Jury. Francis Carmont versus Lorenz Larkin. This fight, the first two rounds was Carmont trying to take him down. Larkin showing some great takedown defense, looking like BJ Penn. In the stand-up though, Larkin would just land leg kicks over and over. He really didn't let go. Only a couple of times he threw his punches that landed. Third round, Carmont finally got that takedown he was looking for, but he had to fight off submissions. Larkin had a really deep Kimura in at one point, but didn't get the tap, and the judges gave it to Francis Carmont. I disagree. I thought it should have gone to Lorenz Larkin. Main fight from the prelims: Chad Money Mendes against Darren Elkins. Elkins coming in late replacement for Clay Guida, didn't have a full training camp, and his last fight he got a knockout, and so maybe he thought, he's a stand-up fighter now. But Chad Mendes made him pay. Mendes, the number one guy behind Jose Aldo. So, great job by Mendes. Elkins, I'm sure he'll be back, though, with a better game plan. On the main card, Matt Brown versus Jordan Meehan. Matt Brown, he's just gone insane, and he's really, really going at people now instead of before. He'd be gun shy or he'd take his time. Just really brings the pressure now, and Meehan did not like that. Spent a lot of the first round just trying to be elusive, trying not to get hit. Matt Brown was on him though, and it was actually back and forth though. Meehan, once he got his timing down, he landed good. Matt Brown though in the second round just really poured it on with the knees that really cut him open, and then the punches got the stoppage. Josh Thompson versus Nate Diaz. This fight, in the first round, it wasn't too exciting. He was using the Ben Henderson game plan of how to beat Nate Diaz with the leg kicks. Towards the end, though, he started mixing it up, throwing the high kicks and some more punches. In the second round, it looked like he was going to engage Nate Diaz more with the punches, but that's a bad game plan because that's what Nate likes. So then Josh Thompson went back to what he was doing with the kicks, and a great one, well timed, landed right on the spot, and Nate stumbled and he went down. The follow up punches were landing very good. And I thought it was a very late stop. I thought it should have been stopped a lot earlier. Referee Mike Beltran finally jumps in. At the same time, Cesar Gracie and them were throwing in the towel. So first time Nate Diaz gets stopped by Josh Thompson. The co-main event, Frank Mir versus Daniel Cormier. Really looking forward to this fight. I'm sure a lot of people were also. It was a little bit of a letdown though. Cormier, he imposed his will, got the fight against the cage where he would throw his punches. Mir, very tentative. Every once in a while he'd throw something, but just wasn't able to get it going. And Cormier picks up that decision. The main event, champion Benson Henderson versus Gilbert Melendez. I picked Henderson to win. He looked good his last time out against Nate Diaz. Melendez, he's looked okay, but he hasn't looked like a true champion dominant for a while. But I was surprised though, and I think Melendez definitely won the first 2 rounds, possibly the third even. And then finally Benson was able to get his game going and do what he does. He got the takedown. Uh, Not too many punches though. Uh, Fourth round, I could see it going to Benson. I think he was finally doing his thing, landing better. Fifth round, I scored it for Melendez. And judges once again gave the split decision to Benson Henderson. Luckiest guy in the world. But a great moment at the end, though. He proposed to his girlfriend. She said yes. And that's great. I don't know if they'll do a rematch or what, but it was still a good fight, too.